So I don't know if you can see me. Somebody's gonna turn in their drive-thru right here, right now. Go ahead and turn in there, y'all. I'm finna make a video real quick. So yeah, y'all, right over there by the street is a Fred Meyer store. And 2 years ago, I'm just trying to show how I know that this was a setup, because before I say what I'm about to say, when that day that happened, whatever day that was, let me see. It was sometime in July of 2022. Maybe like a couple weeks. Let's see, what time was that? June or July? I remember I moved in to where I currently stay at right now, July 29th. So it was maybe a week before that. I was asleep outside. The police and the fire truck. So earlier that day, and back in 2022, July 2022. The police kept I wish I could switch this mud. Turn it around. Dang. It's just taking pictures. Well, I don't know how to make it do it. Like, one of my phones, I was able to turn the camera around in the middle of me recording, but I'm going to try to show you guys. So, I don't know. Let's see. That light and stuff that is over there. Let me see. That's Fred Meyer by the 99th and Gateway Transit Center in Portland, Oregon. I don't know who the hell that nigga is. He just rolled up. But, yeah, I believe it was right here, not any further down there. So, what I'm trying to say is, basically, I was asleep in the corner. There's a house right here, and it's like a duplex, or whatever it's called, triplex or whatever, because there's two houses over there, and then it looked like somebody stayed back off over there. I'm going to see if I can turn the light on. Dang. You still can't see it too well, but you see that fence right there? I want to show y'all something. Don't worry about me, y'all. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm just making a quick video of something real quick. So, 824-826. This thing wasn't here. This little whatever this is wasn't here. Let me see if the light can come on, because the grass was green, more green, and it was. So this little fence right here, I think it may have been open, or they didn't have a fence, or they had a fence, and I can't remember if the fence was there, but I believe it was. So I fell asleep for maybe about an hour right here in the grass, and my son was behind me back here, like he was in his car seat, and I was sort of kind of hiding out, trying to wait, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. On another video, I'll tell about what happened that led me to come over this way. But basically, I was being gang stalked, and I was about to say, do not walk up on us like that, bro, because you park it over there.
Can I help you, man?
I'm just making a video to show something about how the police kept walking around. I'm about to leave, sir. I was asleep. I wanted to thank that lady that was in that house. I was asleep out here back a couple years ago with my son, who's asleep right now on the ground, and she came out in the daytime and gave me some food to eat, and then we left. We were just keeping ourselves safe here.
Yeah.
So I apologize. Is this your place?
Well, yeah. Well, this parking lot is, but I'm parking over in there because I've had people try to break in the car and stuff, so they told me just park inside.
Oh, okay. I may have frightened you because you didn't know who I was.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
I understand, yeah. But I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to go up that street.
That's okay.
But yeah, I just letting you know, I'm not any harm. I'm just making a quick
I understand,
video.
But we got some crazy people.
Absolutely, and that's why I was thanking God, because we was actually safe sleeping here that night 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The time went by, so I'm about to get out of here. I apologize. Okay.
Have a blessed
You
day.
too. Thank you. God bless you too, sir. So, as you guys heard that man say, this is some crazy people out here. I was asleep. I fell asleep. I was back off in here, in this area right here. And nobody that was 2022. No one called and set up for me to have to go be stalked and harassed, and they ignored me, and they placed me in the psychiatric hospital saying I wasn't being safe with my son. But before that situation happened, in Hillsborough, there was a bunch of Hispanic people on cell phones walking around, following me around where the library is in Beaverton. Let me get out of here so he can get in his spot. Because I told him, don't walk up on me like that. I guess he tried to be intimidating. Like he put his hand kind of like he had moved his little jacket like that, like he was finna do something. I was like, boy, you parked over there, so how you coming trying to walk up on me over here? And he rolled up over here. But yeah, anyways, I'm trying to be a little bit faster. I was staying woke, and what I want to say is, I just remembered this as I was about to take off. That fence over there, all night, I don't know if it was a spirit cat or what, but it was like some green eyes. I couldn't even see a cat. Oh, see, there's the police right there. But you see how that police is going by? They kept going by. They were harassed. They were like trying to psychologically harass me by making me, I'm heading out, sir. They was trying to psychologically harass me by keep driving by, and it was consistent. That's how I know for a fact that they were gang stalking, because I thought something happened over there, and that I had followed and listened to what I was told to do to destroy something. Not destroy, it was something that was given to me. It was in my possession, but I thought, when I left the store, they made some fireworks go popping off and stuff. So, but I was like, oh shit, did that happen from me throwing that mechanical device? It was just a breast pump. And then, that a lady had given me that was doing some weird stuff. See, he put his car in that little area right there. He said, people, so how are they breaking in and he parking his car over here? He was just being nosy, y'all. And look, he going into that house right there. But you park over here, though. People, bro, people. But anyways, y'all, so I'm just saying, like, that's how I knew it was a setup, because that dawned on me, I think, last night or the night before. I realized that was another key thing that let me know, because I was going to make this video when I came back from what I'm about to go do, and it just became dark faster. I guess we're getting more into it's getting into the autumn season now, or it is autumn already, because, well, no, it's about to be September next week on the weekend, right? Next week, yeah, on next weekend on Sunday. So anyways, and the firefighters came by, but they were doing that for hours, all day, non-stop. They kept driving by. That's how I knew something was wrong, because the police don't even go up and down the same street that many times, and how many times I seen it. But I was frightened because I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't go into full detail about what was going on, but I'm basically trying to be quick, and they something that reminded me about the spirit. I don't think it was a cat, but it was something that had green eyes, and it kept peeping in between the fence, and it was just standing there, and it was just watching me like this. It was just watching me, and it would not freaking move. And the crazy thing about it is I almost dozed off a little bit at that when it was getting nighttime, because I was weary in my mind about I was mentally exhausted because I didn't know what was going on, and I could hear these frequency voices and they sound like it was like a radio frequency. It didn't sound like maybe how it would sound from someone who might be actually schizophrenic. And I don't hear those voices. That's why I know whatever they were doing back then 2 years ago to lead up to me going to the psychiatric hospital, because I was like, am I crazy? I was questioning myself. I was like, this never happened before. I've never heard of any schizophrenia in the family, even though there's quite a few things I haven't heard of in the family, but I haven't, not one person. I take that back. There's one individual that they claimed insanity for killing their own mother, and it was crazy. Here, let me get out the way. So it was crazy because basically I'm just trying to be quick and let y'all know that it was a setup for the whole time, because ain't no way. But see how that police is going by, but they kept going by frequently, like there's two cops. So that one, I'll just give it a shot. I'll just give it a coincidence that it's two of them, even though they were gang stalking me a little bit. One of them moved out of my way though, because I was polite to them and said excuse me, instead of being rude and saying get out of my way, because they waited until I got to a certain area, and then they both separated, and one got in front of me walking in front of me, and I saw what he was doing, so I just been polite instead of trying to be an asshole. But so they just stayed across the street and didn't follow me. And then I had just glanced at one dude had a Target bag in his left hand, and then on the left seat inside of the train, I took the Max out here, a guy happened to be right on that train car I was getting onto with a target bag laying flat. But I said, okay, I'm just going to say it's a coincidence because they have no power over me. Then when I got up here, there was somebody with a target bag and are holding up a Ross bag like this. Who fucking does that? That's not normal behavior. So say like if I wrote off the other target bags that I was seeing as something, it don't even have the same effect it used to because the shit is old now. It don't even fucking mean anything to me. Like, as in my mind, I'll say later on what I see that as, but I see right through those people. It doesn't do anything. I was like, it's almost like a you can look but you can't touch type of thing. Yeah, y'all could do that. What is that doing? Nothing, because I'm already onto you. That's the reason why I stopped right now. So when I'm done doing what I have to do at that store, I could just get on the max and go home, because it's like maybe a 10-15 minute ride from where I'm at. So I'll say 15 minutes. Anyways, I don't know what that entity was staring at me between the fence. And I know for a fact that I wasn't delusional, because I remember seeing the green eyes at the right moment. It was whatever it was about to attack me when it thought I was going to sleep. I think it was going to try to attack my son. At that moment, I popped up, and then that light just came on as soon as I said that. Let me see, can y'all see it? Right there, that light in that room of the guy that claimed that this is his part where he lived, but he ain't living right here, because if he did, his car wouldn't be parked over there. It'll be parked over here instead. This is a completely different building from those two buildings right there. He was just scared. I figured it out. I felt it in the energy. I was like, he probably was wondering, and he was nosy and kind of surprised, like startled, didn't know who the hell I was. He's an older dude. He tried to walk up intimidating. First of all, if it was a man, I don't think he would have been trying to be as intimidating. Maybe he thought I was some crazy woman he was going to try to get in trouble. But once I start communicating with him, I felt the energy shift too by the end of the conversation. Cause like, dude, I was like, what this dude think he doing walking up on me like that? Cause when I saw him like that, I was finna reach down and get something that I got down there too. I was like, baby, it's about to be some bloodshed and it ain't gonna be mine. That's why I ain't worried, because I know what's going on now. They lost all complete power. Everything speaking of that, one last thing I want to say before saying that is that I remember I had it on video about a guy that was on his skateboard. He kept coming by me and doing some stupid stuff like walking. I had just spoke loud because I knew that guy was going to try to say some stuff while he walked by me. I ain't caring about what he got to say. He kind of looked like an Indian dude, but he might be black. Because they sometimes when I make a video, they try to say stupid stuff. I speak over you, because you ain't finna try to add what you got to say in my video, baby. Especially if you doing that stupidity. Oh no, that lady ain't walking. Anyways, here comes someone who's pretending to be blind, I suppose, because of something I said. I know you guys already know how it goes when somebody, like when you say stuff and people are gang stalking you, all of a sudden you see that. Even they got so desperate to the point now they're adding, I was just using bleach and something, so they wrote bleach. I'm like, baby, yes, bleach is good to be using and stuff, okay? That's good. This stuff don't bother me like that no more. It makes the people really look stupid in my head. And I'd be like, y'all can do that all you want to, baby. Just don't go to putting your hands on me, because that's when it's going to be a serious problem. And you going to know it too, because you going to be the one that's needing more help than me. All this energy I got stored up for y'all ass. But anyways, because you don't know what somebody's going to do just based off looking at them. Like that older dude. Just because he was older, I still knew that he still could be capable of doing some stuff. That's why I'm like, I was about to reach down, but I said, let me talk to him first. And then if I feel like I need to go further, then I'm finna grab what I got down here and use it on that ass. Pounce on that ass. Might pounce on that ass. But yeah, y'all, that's how I know that this was a setup, that they were doing that stuff. I'm finally heading out. So yeah, that's how I know that it was a setup that they were doing that, because the police kept driving by. I know for a fact they had to see somebody with a stroller kind of in the cut and a baby carriage. Yep, there go bus 15 right there. That's how I know, because my grandma, before she passed away, like maybe a week or maybe a month before, she had said something, or no, this was not a month before, this was like months before I gave birth. She said she saw the number 15, and that number has been guiding me sometimes, even to the point of the number of my apartment being 515, and some other stuff like A15, A115, and something else was guiding me like that. It kind of gave me clues as to where I needed to go back then. But now that I know what's going on, I'm not afraid like I was. because I was afraid. I was in fear because I was like, this has never happened to me before, and I'm not sure. I have a son here, and I know I knew that people weren't trying to help me. They were, because a lot of them knew what was going on, or they had some sort of spell over them where they could not help, and they saw me as somebody to not help, or they were, I don't know. It was just a completely different energy that night, back in 2022. That's how I know it was a setup, because you mean to tell me for that whole week before I went to go find somewhere to live, I'm walking in the darkest alley parts at 2 o'clock in the morning at night, across the bridge to go from Barber Boulevard into Portland by that Under Armour track stadium by Sheridan Street. For those of you who live up here, y'all know where that's at. That street do not really have street lights, but I was trusting God still, because I still was kind of holding on to a little bit of reality to know, okay, like I was doing tests to figure out what was a delusion and what was reality. That's how I pushed through to understand that some stuff was being done, even though I didn't know exactly at the time back then how what was happening to me was happening. But I figured it out that it wasn't like just only some spiritual aspect or just demons or whatever, that somebody was using some sort of technology or something, and that it was a collective agreement of something going on. Cause it was just too many coincidences. And then all those times I'm outside at night with a baby in a stroller like this one. Not a damn person. Not one nigga. Not one bitch. Not one person called the cops and said, I see a woman sleeping outside or standing outside at the middle of the night with a baby, and that something doesn't look right about the situation. Nigga, it was fucking cold still at night. It wasn't freezing like it was when it was close to winter time around that time, but it still was kind of cold though, because at night I remember freezing. A dude was watching me. He decided to come out, like at an apartment complex off Beaverton Hillsdale Highway. He decided to come outside with a blanket and cover me and my son up, but the color of the blanket let me know he was kind of gang stalking. But I'm thank God they didn't do anything to my son. I was praying like a mug because I know I was trying to lean on God, and I was scared at the same time, because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know. It was like it was all of a sudden everything became super intense. I became mentally exhausted. I had lost a lot of weight. I wasn't hydrating myself as much as I should have been. I barely was eating. I was walking all over the place. I walked miles and miles. Places that take 4 hours to get to when you're walking is where I've gone. And that's how I lost all that weight. But then when they put me on that medication, it made me gain the motherfucking weight back. I'm like, golly. Finally got to my ideal weight, and then the pills was added like 30 pounds in 2 months. That's too fucking much. That's why they tried to do a cholesterol test on me and shit. That's how I know these motherfuckers full of shit. And there's something that I recently did where everybody's still remaining to ignore me. That's how I know I'm finna win, nigga. That's why I'm glad that they decided to still ignore me in unison, like I had mentioned to them. Yeah. So I see I went over the time that I originally wanted to go over. I apologize for that. And I'm about to get off of here now, but I just wanted to show that how I know it was a setup for them to say, oh, she was outside with her child in the snow. It was cold and she didn't have a jacket. How many people was walking on the street who gave me wet jackets? One lady gave me a jacket with a lighter in it after somebody lit a bunch of fire on the side of the road where the bus lets off at where the MAC station is. I might make a video. It's by the Coliseum, the convention center stop, MAC stop. And they put a voice that said something about the jacket being set on fire and stuff. So I took the jacket off. I said, I don't want no jacket with gasoline on it. or that's wet, and with something on it that could catch on fire, and I'm putting it on my son. And then when I took it off, they had some lady from the hospital with a fucking whole IV in her arm and shit, walking like she's some crazy person. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? On top of all that shit happening, they fucked up because they thought I forgot. Just because I don't have the videos and shit don't mean I don't remember what happened. All of a sudden, everything started clicking in my mind about what had happened that night. So I know I'm not delusional. With that thought, it's like my memories keep on coming back every single level that I detox and change something in my life, like my diet, not drinking alcohol, drinking more water, eating healthier than I was eating, exercising more, practicing more discipline in different areas of my life. It's like different memories get unlocked, and I remember certain shit, and I'd be like, no, hell no, I went crazy. Them motherfuckers did that shit on purpose. All right, y'all. So hopefully that helped out for some of you who went through something that will trigger a memory to remind you about something that happened, and you realize it was a setup basically of what happened, that these people did it on purpose. I'm about to never mind. But yeah, so that's it, y'all, and I'm getting off of here now. Have a good one.